make some inquiries. With these words, it was not easy for eldest brother to continue refusing, because he knew that these senior brothers and sisters in front of him wanted to inquire so much, not for anything, but to be able to have someone to take refuge in. It was because they had been suffering from another sex targeting ever since they came in. The opponent's strength was in between them, but the other side has a good weapon. It directly crushed them. They had no choice but to endure in order to be able to find opportunities here and be able to help things in the gate. After all, if they really fought, although the other side would suffer badly, their side would definitely suffer heavy casualties. End of chapter. Chapter 95 Divine Medicine. Chapter 95 Divine Medicine. What are you doing? Why haven't you contacted me for so many days? After tens of days of not seeing Chu Feng contact her, Tang Shishir felt slightly uneasy in her heart. I couldn't help but come over and ask him how he was doing. She had wondered what was wrong with her and why she had acted in such a humiliating manner. Chu Feng, in the midst of cultivation. This secret realm thing should be finished very soon. Chu Feng returned indifferently. Tang Shishir, that's right. By the way, are you in that secret realm in the Valley of 10,000 Medicines? Steeply, Tang Shishir asked an odd question. Chu Feng, right, what's wrong? Is there a problem? Donson, yes, of course, there are big problems. Tang Shishir, there's a big chance in there. Chu Feng, what kind of opportunity would surprise you so much? Chu Feng's face was puzzled. One must know that Tang Shishir was a demon emperor, and her cultivation was at the top of the immortal and demon continent. Tang Shishir, where there is a sacred grass is located. Heard. Chu Feng slowly listened to the other party's narration. The expression became more and more grave. This is exactly the same information as the person I met before told me. That is, the herbs are of a different grade. Chu Feng, if this thing is so good, why hasn't anyone gotten their hands on it? Chu Feng, how could the human, demon, and devil clans let such a good thing go without grabbing it? Chu Feng was extremely puzzled inwardly, knowing that with the greedy situation of these cultivators, knowing that there was something so good here, one would have come in and grabbed it long ago. How is it possible to still have these things here? Tang Shishir, you think we don't want to, but these secret realms are guarded by the rules of the immortal and demon continent, so we can't do anything about it. Tang Shishir, only the disciples under his command could be dispatched into it to fight for it, but those who entered into the Divine Pill Mountain range were directly blocked from cultivation, and were only able to advance and search by virtue of their physical strength. Tang Shishir, but the higher up in it, the greater the pressure, and those with spirit realm cultivation and Xian realm cultivation are completely unable to climb up. Don Ziqi, so, on the other side of the room, Tang Shishir explained slightly awkwardly. Chu Feng, in that case, there's no way for me to get my hands on it. When Chu Feng over here heard those words, he could not help but be shocked as well. It really doesn't make any difference at all between saying it and not saying it. You can't go up to this level of cultivation yourself. Tang Shishir, this is a rare opportunity. Rumor has it that if you eat it, you'll be able to awaken your divine mind early and your cultivation will be one step closer to immortality. Tang Shishir could only tell the rumors of this strange encounter. Chu Feng, I'll try this. Hearing that the effects of this divine medicine were so good, Chu Feng's heart could not help but be agitated. If he had the chance, he would definitely fight for this. After all, what is rumored to be divine is impossible to reach immortality in one step, though, but it helped him cross several levels. At the same time, it makes a difference in his qualifications or something. Tang Shishir, this opportunity must be tried. It's a rare chance. Chu Feng, who saw those words, could not help but roll his eyes. Chu Feng, I see that's why you came to me. Actually, there's no need for that. I'm already in a much better mood. Chu Feng thought that Tang Shishir was still remembering what happened before and thought that he was still in a state of sadness. Tang Shishir, who cares about that? I'm talking about this chance. Tang Shishir arrogantly finished those words and directly cut off the chat. What a prude! The corners of Chu Feng's mouth curled up slightly, and he could not help but rejoice much more in his heart. It's still really nice to have someone who cares. It seems to be true as Tang Shishir said. There are great opportunities in the Divine Pill Mountain range. Chu Feng, who had finished chatting, stood up and raised his head to look outside. It was discovered that there were already thousands of cultivators, devil races, demon races, and so on converging outside the formation. The three forces stood distinctly apart. Everyone is eyeing the front intently, and not as outside. As soon as they see the other side of the road to go forward to shout and kill. This Taoist brother, are you from the Pill King sect? Just as Chu Feng was preparing to go back and continue his cultivation, several mortal realm cultivators ran up and asked archly. Yes and no. Chu Feng turned around and observed. These people were all minor cultivators and did not have much hostility, but he's nothing more than a loner now, so it was answered directly. This Taoist brother. So that means he's related to our Pill King sect. The Pill King sect's senior brother said with extreme joy. Yes, Why? Chu Feng said indifferently. These people should undoubtedly be from the Pilking sect. I just don't know what I'm doing here. Senior brother, please do it for us. The people from the Divine Immortal Valley have bullied us, but we've been given a hard time by the other side. The eldest senior brother sniffed and immediately changed his name, while acting as if he had found an organization. Crying and crying, he poured out his bitterness in a swarm. How's that for miserable? Take your time. There's no rush. As long as it's within my power to help, I'll help if I can. Chu Feng was at a loss by the other party's maneuver and hurriedly helped the other party up and inquired. This matter still has to start from 100 years ago, when our Medicine King sect, after being persuaded by Chu Feng in such a way, eldest senior brother spilled out the matter with a handful of tears. It turned out that 100 years ago, when their Pilking sect was still a second-rate sect, that Immortal Valley was a vassal under them. However, the Pilking sect had gradually declined over the decades, while the Divine Immortal Valley had flourished, slowly catching up with the Medicine King sect. At this time, they saw that the Pilking sect was weak, but there were still numerous canonical books within the sect. There's still the taste of bullying Big Brother in there. All of these reasons converged together, directly causing Divine Immortal Valley to formulate a plan to suppress the Pilking sect. It's been targeting them from top to bottom. Even after entering the secret realm, the other party had been following him. When you see anything, you grab it. If they weren't still strong, they'd be straight up hiccups. Come on, what's a big man like that for crying? Take these things over now, and as long as the other party dares to provoke you, then you will immediately strike back. After understanding what happened, Chu Feng's face did not change much. This is nothing more than a confrontation between clans. In the immortal demon continent, normal couldn't be more normal. However, once he thought that the other party was provoking his own clan, and in order to be able to go back later, Chu Feng directly handed over a medium magic weapon to the other party, along with several explosive inflammation talismans as well as several wide-range attack talismans. Thank you, senior brother. Receiving the talisman in surprise, the Pilking sect senior brother said with extreme gratitude. Why don't we just follow you around for protection? What do you think, senior brother? Through these things, eldest brother knew that the elder brother he had just recognized was powerful and unmatched. It would be better to follow the other side than to take these things and continue to be so intrusive. No, I have things to do. It is not safe for you to follow me. Right now your best bet is to get out of here. There's going to be a big battle in this Pyrrole soon. Chu Feng did not have the idea of being a nanny for others and directly let these people leave. Above all, he didn't want the matter of the brocade pouch to be known by others. Okay, the senior brother also understood that this senior brother did not want to team up with him, so he left with these senior brothers and sisters. After all, if it was really as the other party said, with a cultivation level like theirs, they would definitely have to be finished here. This senior brother is really good, to give so many good things to us. Eldest senior brother, seek revenge on those bastards from the Divine Immortal Valley. Right, let these assholes bully us with their weapons. Now let's give each other a taste of being bullied too. From the language of these people, it was possible to see how deep the Divine Immortal Valley's bullying of the Pilking sect went. At the same time, one could also tell how much the Pilking sect loathed the people of the Divine Immortal Valley. As soon as you can deal with the other side, you want to take immediate revenge and get out of the way. None of them showed how deep the hatred between the two clans was anymore. Alright, let's go settle the score with them. As the eldest senior brother, he endured even more things, and his distaste for the Divine Immortal Valley was even deeper. At this time, when he saw that his senior brothers and sisters wanted to take revenge, he immediately agreed. Since the other party had been keeping an eye on them, the eldest brothers, too, were extremely familiar with the directions of where the Divine Immortal Valley was located. After spending a short while, they found the team from the Divine Immortal Valley. At this moment, the people of the Divine Immortal Valley were discussing whether or not to leave this place, because they also realized that something was wrong here. More and more people from the three clans converged here, though for now, they seemed to be relatively amicable. But who knows what's behind it? Once they fought, they, the Mortal Realm cultivators, would definitely die without a burial place. Just as the senior brother of the Immortal Valley was about to make his decision, a clamor came from outside. As soon as he walked out, he immediately realized that it was someone from their nemesis, the Pilking sect. Yo, Ding Softy, running over to our Divine Immortal Valley looking for a fight? Why don't you think about hiding now, instead of coming over to ask for a fight? The words of the Divine Immortal Valley's eldest senior brother were accompanied by an extremely heavy dose of mockery. He had gotten used to the fact that the Pilking sect's people didn't dare to cause trouble, and weak as hell. Humph, Zhang Mo, I'll get you killed today. Hearing this title, eldest brother was directly enraged. His real name is Ting Jigang, due to being too weak in the sect. Moreover, Zhang Mo relied on his weapon, the help in the door, and kept pressing him. Over time, the other side simply changed his name. Every time he heard this name, his heart was extremely angry. But what can be done about it? However, it was different now, and he absolutely had to let this man die. Oh, who's afraid of who? Come on if you dare. Seeing the Ding softy who had been bullying dared to resist and put down harsh words, Zhang Mo was also directly enraged. As soon as he had his weapon drawn, his eyes looked at the few people in front of him with intimidation. Humph. Bai Ling sword. 3-spirit sword style. Chop. Ding Jigang was also a ruthless person, and he drew out the medium-grade longsword that Chu Feng had given him before killing Zhang Mo. The people on both sides, once they saw that the eldest brother was fighting, there have been battles against others. For a while, this place directly turned into a scene of chaos. Looks like I'm going to have to get on top of things this time. The treasures here are surprisingly moving even a demon emperor like Tang Shishir. It seems like there's a big secret hidden here. After Tang Shishir's reminder, Chu Feng was a few moments more attentive to what was going on here. It also sits in place in the middle of nowhere, so they began to follow the mountains and started to mass up here. At the same time, it will be useful to get things in order. Be prepared to be able to use it quickly at the first sign of use. Senior brother, quickly stop that person. This person is an enemy. Just as Chu Feng came to the foot of a dense forest between stopping and walking, a figure sprinted this way, and behind them, there was a man with a turquoise longsword, quickly chasing after him. When that person saw Chu Feng's figure, a color of surprise flashed in his eyes, and he immediately called out, surprisingly, it's someone from the Pill King sect. How is it that we're still able to run into them here? Didn't we tell them to get out of here? Chu Feng was puzzled as to why the people of the Pill King sect had not left yet, but he still subconsciously, directly stopped the figure in front of him. This person's strength was also around the 6th level of the mortal realm, but his speed was at the late mortal realm. No wonder that kid couldn't stop his opponent. Who are you? Mind your own business in the Immortal Valley. Zhang Mo was steeply blocked down, and regardless of 3, 2, 1, he directly attacked towards Chu Feng. However, Chu Feng had directly tackled him down with just a light press. Thank you, brother in turn. Ding Jigang, who had rushed over, thanked Chu Feng with a face full of gratitude. Why haven't you gotten out of here yet? Didn't I tell you guys to leave? Chu Feng asked suspiciously. Do these people even want to die? Still fighting, eh? Ding Jigang touched his head in consternation and explained. Things went a little awry. After this senior brother's explanation, Chu Feng also understood the grudge between the other party and the person he had caught, and the process of how this man was able to escape. It turned out that there was a small tongue shift talisman that made the other party's speed increase violently. Escaped before Ting could react. Okay, this one is left untouched. After Chu Feng understood what had happened, he directly handed over the captive in his hands to Ding Jigang. When you're done, get the hell out of here. After receiving his hand, Ding Jigang did not thank him and viciously sneered at his captor. Zhang Mo, I can't imagine that you'll have your day. I'll cut you down here today. Zhang Mo immediately begged for mercy after watching himself fall into the hands of Ding Jigang. The ingrate. Brother Ding. Master Ding. Master Ding. It was all my fault before, so just treat it as a dog bite. Be generous and let me off the hook, please. Ding Jigang returned with an extremely stiff upper lip. Today is the day you die. Want to live. Want farts to eat. After seeing that begging for mercy was useless, Zhang Mo immediately threatened. Ding softy, don't be godly, now that you've killed me. We in the Divine Immortal Valley already know about it. If you don't release me out, when the people in my sect react, they will absolutely help me take revenge. And then your old mother, and your dear sister, and everyone in your family, will all be buried for naught. End of chapter. Chapter 96 Invisibility Charm. Chapter 96 Invisibility Charm. Hearing this, a hint of panic flashed in Ding Jigang's eyes, because the people he cares about the most are his mother and sister. His father died when he was very young, always raised by my mother and sister. And, in order to be able to grow up early, his sister married early. It's to be able to give him plenty of food to grow. With the love and care of these two people, he, Ding Jigang, was able to grow up so peacefully until now. For these two, he felt a great sense of indebtedness. At this time, hearing that they would be implicated, Ding Jigang could be said to be extremely flustered. For a moment, it was hard to know whether to do it or not. Scared. It's right to know that you're afraid. Hurry up and release the little master to me, or you'll have a good time. At this time, Zhang Mo pinpointed Ding Jigang's soft underbelly and immediately became arrogant. Elder brother. Look at. Ding Jigang didn't know what to do at this point, because if he let go of the other party, Zhang Mo would definitely go after his family after he left. If they didn't release it, the people of the Immortal Valley would come after all their family members.